All right, to start off, for new players, the best thing they could do is learn the pickups on the map. No matter what map you're playing, the more you play the map, the more you will memorize where the pickups are, because it's the only help you have on the map. So if you get damaged, if you lose your shield, you go for a shield. If you start losing a bit of health, you go for the health pickup. And in my opinion, the best map design in the game goes to the Spoils of War Sergeant Creek map, because I feel like the way that map is designed is just perfect. Like, any moment you want, you can disengage and go for these pickups, because these will save your life. And this is really important. You really just need to be putting in more time on the maps to memorize where they are, and you just need to utilize the everything you have around you as cover, as natural cover, as in your stamina management. Know where to get your stamina, so you don't have situations where you are losing stamina the whole time, and that will result in your death. So memorizing the pickups and memorizing where you can get stamina from the map, the looping, the tunnels and stuff like that, that all helps. So yeah, it's just more for experience, I could say. But the pickups is really the most important thing you can have on the map, memorizing that. Basically, it's like you have to rely on yourself more than you have to rely on your teammates. And your only source of protection, other than the pickups that we mentioned in the previous question, is your dodging and your movement. A very quick tip that I can give for all the new players or anyone who is trying to improve is to master tap break, because mastering tap break essentially will enable you to be able to dodge every single fireball, at least most of them, if you want to put it that way. So the way you do it is just you can tap the break once or twice, and then your dragon will directly shift towards the direction that you are aiming at. Therefore, you'll be able to dodge more frequently. And the more you play the game, the more you will grasp the movement and how it works. And you will just find yourself eventually getting better and better. And there it is. There you go. That's how the movement is. Really, no one can tell you what to do and how to master it. It's mostly up for just experience and time put in the game. But with time, you'll find yourself dodging more, and yeah, you're going to be way more comfortable engaging in fights with other people. One of the best things you can do in defensive combat. So let's say you have someone behind you and you're being attacked the whole time. How do you get rid of them? So what he's going to try and do is try and predict your movement and try and track you as good as possible, because the better the tracking, the quicker you're going to die. So what you have to do in this situation is try to kind of lure him to a trap and make him think that you're going left, but at the same time, you're going to be going right. So you try and move a bit to the left and then dodge to the right and then boost. So you can trick them a bit. So on their screen, it would look like some sort of a zigzag shape, and it would kind of confuse them. That way you can start and lose your opponents way easier. And at the same time, you can combine that with structures you have around the map, with like the wind blessing, the tunnels, everything that you have around you will literally help you. So, and just combining all of that, you're gonna be able to get rid of your enemies quicker. Most of the people that are playing this game are also in the 6 stack. That's one of the reasons. Most people who solo queue are always having a tough time. They can't really, do much in the game because they feel that they're either carrying the team and the rest aren't doing too much, or like the guys against them are better than them. So eventually you find everyone playing in teams. That is not only just the perfect point of view of it, but if you run in a team, you have communication, you have coordination, that all counts into play. And if you're playing a game like Spoils of War, for example, or Gates of Fire, a game that has an objective, you need to be communicating with your team in order to secure that victory. If you're going to be playing alone, your odds will be all against you. So while playing with the team, you're going to be more comfortable. You're going to, have comms all over the place. So you're going to know exactly what's going around you every single second of the game. And that will result into more confidence when playing. You won't be scared as much, and you're gonna secure the W straight away. Okay, so talking about the three classes at the moment with the current meta, I'm gonna kind of compare them to how they were and how they are now. Starting with Phantom, their passive ability makes them have more damage to the enemy shield. So, for instance, in the previous meta, or let's say previous patch if you want, as soon as you locked your Flame Breath on someone, it would immediately just destroy their shield. You would hammer them, and they are left without a shield, and they're vulnerable because without a shield you just have a little bit of HP. So just 2 fireballs are probably enough to kill you. So they did the change to that, and they significantly nerfed the passive a little bit. And now it does still deal more damage to the shield, but it's not as effective as it is before. You can definitely recognize and notice the change on the damage for Phantom. And talking for Blast as well, because they also changed how Blast works. Before, you were able to blast someone down to the ground, and if they collide with a surface, they can get a lot of damage from that, and they can, they're left for dead. But they did a change on Blast as well, which right now, if you are at 5 HP, no matter how many times you hit the wall, you will not die. So it made Blast essentially not able to kill on collision. But if you are 1 HP, which is 5 HP, because this is the least you can get to, and get blasted, you will die. So how people use Blast now is blast someone to the ground maybe until they're like low, and then just finish them off with Flame Breath, because you cannot kill them with collision anymore. Speaking of Marauder, previously his Hunter Mark was literally useless. Like, it felt like Marauder was lacking something to be fun or to be used more, and people barely used him. They would only probably use him mostly in a Spoils of War match, because you use your Hunter Mark on a Gold Dragon and you are able to farm it quicker than not having a ability as Hunter's Mark. But now Marauder can gust off Windguard Smoke, which he wasn't able to do that, and his Hunter's Mark is improved with more damage, which make him more efficient and viable in combat. And people have been spamming him a lot and using him a lot at the moment. Before, when Windguard smoked, they had a longer duration for smoke, and you were not able to target them inside their smoke. If you enter smoke, you will just get damaged by it, and you are not able to target them whatsoever. But they have nerfed that. They nerfed the duration of smoke, and now if you're in smoke and you're close enough to the Windguard, you can target them and essentially kill them as well. And the change to smoke as well, as I said and I mentioned for the gust on Marauder, you can literally gust off all the smoke. And as soon as you start gusting the smoke, you already have a second to be able to target that Windguard and leaving them for dead as well. So it's a very, very big nerf on the Windguard, because the smoke is the only option of escape for a Windguard. So it definitely makes it a little bit less viable, and I feel like Windguard is at the bottom of the list at the moment, and Phantom and Marauder are balanced. When it comes to a competitive match, I'm not going to mention ranked, I'm not going to mention anything, I'm just going to talk about normal quick play. But you are in a competitive match as soon as you open the scoreboard and you recognize all of the players on the enemy team, and therefore the first idea you get in your head, oh, that's a 6-stack, so they're playing together. So if you are in a 6-stack and you're versing that 6-stack, you know that it's time to put your big boy pants on, and you know that this is going to be a good game, and you're going to have to be focused, and no room for any errors, because you're good and the enemy team is really good as well. So you really need to give it your best to try and get that W. Personally, I don't like playing too much Carnage. Some people would say because I'm not good enough as a killer, and I'm mostly a Spoils of War player. But it's not because that I don't kill. I'm pretty much very versatile, and you can rely on me in any situation. But I feel like a ranked mode should be based upon an objective, and just killing people isn't like the best objective in my head. And like when we're playing against big players and big 6-stacks and like really good players against us, like top of the line, I mean, most of the time it's just circling around each other and circling and circling and circling. So I don't feel like there is a lot of skill that will get into place. Of course, that's like how do you say this? Like it comes and goes. Like it depends on the game really, but essentially, like the only thing that works in my head is if you want to have a good ranked mode, I would say let it be objective. I'm fine with either Spoils of War or Gates of Fire because there is an objective in head, and like there's something that you need to go for other than just being flying around and killing people. Paying attention to your stamina is one of the key things that you need to have your eyes on it the whole time, because basically if you don't have stamina means you're dead. If you're playing against good teams, you don't have stamina means you're not going to be able to break and then boost, so you can, you know, drift away and dodge from people. So essentially without stamina you can't do anything. Stamina is like your food. If you don't have food, you die. So you need to always pay attention to your stamina and always you know, manage it in a way where until you're about to run out of stamina, you are heading towards another stamina rift to recharge it. So in some way, like, I don't know how to really explain it too much, but you really need to always have stamina on you in a way when you're in a fight, so you don't run out of any. Because one, if you run out of stamina and you're chasing someone, he's gonna get away from you and you're not gonna be able to secure a kill. Two, if you're the one being hunted and you run out of stamina, 99% of the time you're dead, unless you try and maneuver your way so hard behind cover and natural, you know, situations. You take advantage of everything that's around you on the map, but still having no stamina is a killer for your dragon. You do not want that whatsoever. So you need to always start heading for stamina rifts, for wind blessings, for air rifts, the tunnels, whatever you want to call them, so you can refill your stamina at all times, because that is your key to survival in this game. Yeah, a very good thing I could say is don't be afraid to reach the community and top players. The best thing you could do is join the Discord, the Sentry official Discord, where all the players are always in VC there. So whenever you need a team or a teammate, or you just want to play with some players and you want to get good, or like tips and tricks or whatever you need for the game, you can always reach out to anyone in the Sentry official, and I'm pretty sure that anyone will be having a very good time to help you, because that's all they want to do. They love to see new people come to the game. We always need more people playing this game, and yeah, we're always seeking help to other players. And don't be afraid to ask. No matter how bad you are, no matter how good you are, you will also have room for improvement. So yeah, never hesitate to do any of that to reach anyone. I'd like to see a better change in terms of bugs and all the little flaws that the game has. I love the announcements that they keep on making. They are clearly having big plans for the future set for Sentry. But I believe that a little bit of like the DC bugs, the memory leaks, all that little things that go into play that mess the game a little bit need to be fixed before these big plans. But can't wait to see what the game holds and what the updates are going to be about. Can't wait for the new class and see how it performs against the current meta. And yeah, just hopes up really for the game. I hope it does well, and we're looking forward to see more, of course. Honestly, I appreciate all the hard work that they are putting. I have to put out though that many players are not patient enough with them, and they pressure them so much. I understand that they believe that more work should be done and they're not putting enough work in it, but I'd say patience is key, and not every game that's going to release is going to do extremely well. Hopefully in the near future they would work on everything that needs to be fixed and listen to all our advices and what we want to be in the game and what not to be in the game. And just, yeah, with patience we should hopefully seek and have a better game in the near future. one thing that I would say for the community and new players, especially for new players, is don't give up on the game. You will get stomped, you will get beat up at the beginning, because us top players were also in this position when we started the game. We didn't, start up as being pros. Just out of experience, we are where we are at the moment. And I said earlier that there is always room for improvement. Even us top players, I feel like we can even improve what we are going through right now. Our gameplay, our game sense, all of that good stuff in the game. And for the community, I would just really preach for them to be a little bit more patient with others and like not be extremely toxic, because we do have some issues that go around sometimes, especially when we face each other. In the end, it's a game, and we are humans, we are not robots. We can all bear defeat, accept defeat and victory at the same time. So let's just all enjoy the game and vibe together. That's all I have to say. I would also like to thank Apache for giving me the chance to be featured on this video. I am extremely honored, and hope to see everyone in the skies and in the game really soon. And good luck to everyone. Thank you so much.